It seems like everyone and their grandma is a dating coach these days. In today's video, I'm gonna help you differentiate between the BS coaches versus the real qualified ones. My name is Jati Jones. This is my girl of 8 years, and I've been a dating coach on YouTube since 2011. These days, it's very easy to fool someone into thinking you're a qualified dating coach when in reality, you're not. So let me help you read between the lines. So when you do watch a dating coach, in your mind, you're passing him or her through these filters. Number one, can he get and keep a hot woman? Most dating coaches out there are single or they have an unattractive partner. What separates the boys from the men is not only being able to get a hot woman, but keep her. When you follow a dating coach, take a look into his personal life and say, hey, show me your woman. And show me how long you've been able to stay in that relationship. Another thing that fools a lot of people is that a dating coach has a huge following online. Your brain says, oh, there's 1 million people following this guy. He must be good. Not necessarily. Some of the top dating coaches in the world have the smallest YouTube and Instagram followings. If someone is big on YouTube, it doesn't mean they're the best. What it could mean is that they're really good at social media marketing. Now, with that being said, are there some dating coaches who have huge followings who are legit? Absolutely. But don't let his following be the only factor that convinces you that he's the real deal. The next thing I want you to filter for is coaches that speak in absolutes. An example of an absolute is women are always like this, or when a woman does this, you should always do that. It's always like always, never. It's an absolute statement. Speaking in absolutes is a true sign of an amateur coach. If the coach says, oh, if you spend too much time with your woman, she will always lose attraction for you. That's not necessarily true. You have to take each situation, each context individually and examine the various factors and then come up with a conclusion. So one way to easily spot an amateur is he's speaking in absolutes. Women are always like this. When a woman does this, always do this. If she does this, then always do this. Do you know what I do when I'm coaching a guy? When he tells me the situation, I don't instantly say, boom, here's the answer. What I do is I ask, well, what is the context? Meaning, I will not, as a coach, answer your question until I know the full context of the situation. Because the context changes the truth, and what you're supposed to do next will depend on the specific situation. So if there's a coach who's always speaking in absolutes, I'd say walk away. The next filter. If the coach is hateful towards women, has resentment towards women, has any kind of negative energy or thoughts towards women, that alone disqualifies him. Look, if you hate money, you're never going to be rich because your hate, your energy is going to repel it. If you hate women, you're never going to have an abundance of women, so you're going to repel women. It is mind-boggling to me how many men follow these negative dating coaches that claim that they're red pill or whatever. I don't even know anything about that because you don't need to for real game, all right? So claiming whatever like, oh, women are bad, men are like this, men against women. Anytime the coach is saying men against women or positioning you against women, amateur. A true seducer loves women. And when you love something, it comes towards you. It makes logical sense when I tell you, hey, if you love money, will money come towards you? Will you repel it or attract it? Well, it works the same way in seduction. A true seducer is a lover of women, not a hater. The guys who hate women and call themselves coaches are the biggest amateurs. And as a side note, if they're showing you that they're getting women, it's an illusion somehow. They have to be bending the truth. One, they're pretending like they're getting women because they're showing you that they're getting numbers, but nothing's happening after that. Or number two, maybe they're getting the number and they're going on dates with the women, but notice that that guy can't keep a woman. Why? Because a woman is not going to stay with a bitch-ass baby boy who's crying about how women are wrong and bad and how he hates them. His energy is going to repel her and she's going to leave. So that coach will not be able to hold a quality, beautiful woman for very long. So check out how long he can stay in relationships. The next thing to watch out for is if the coach tells you to lie to women. A real man knows that he doesn't have to lie in order to get anything in his life. If someone came up to you and said, hey, to succeed in this business, you just gotta lie a little bit. How would that land in your heart? Would you even listen to that advice, or would you immediately run away? Well, then why is it that when a dating coach tells you, hey, to get women, you gotta lie to them a bit and treat them badly? Why doesn't that land badly in your heart? I was able to generate an abundance of women. I was able to date the women I truly wanted, the really hot ones, and I never had to lie to them. So stay away from any coach that tells you to have hateful or resentful energy towards women, or any method that is founded on you having to lie to women. The only men who have to lie in order to get women are bitches. You're a real man, never sink to that level. The next filter is I want you to check if he truly cares. A lot of people out there are really good at putting up an image, a fancy website, fancy editing, fancy YouTube channel, but do they actually even care about you and your results? A lot of people in this industry didn't get into the industry to help you. They got into the industry to make money. Before becoming a dating coach, I was like you. I would watch other coaches and I would hire other dating coaches. So I used to be the customer. Then at some point, I got to the level where I thought, you know what? I could really help guys. And so I started teaching. I started my business in 2011. And from 2011, for the first 4 years in my business, I was in the negative. Now that's partially because I wasn't that good at business, but I just want to show you that my true motivation was to help you. And even though the money wasn't flowing in, I kept going. And it's 2024 now, and I'm still going. Why? Because it is my heart's purpose to help men in this area. The best coach is going to be the coach that is helping you from his heart, not the coach that just sees you as another number. So when you're watching a coach, sit back, don't get too impressed and be like, if I met this guy in real life, would he hang out with me? Does he care about me? Does he actually care? And the final tip is I would watch out if you're hiring a female dating coach in order for you to get this part of your life handled. Now, I might catch some heat for this, but hear me out. There are some things that only a man knows about a man, and there are some things that only a woman knows about a woman. If I was a woman and I was pregnant and I wanted to know about how to give birth and what to do after, I'm not going to a guy, I'm going to a female who will understand me at that level. Well, similarly, in my perspective, if you're having this very masculine, manly problem, which is how do I attract women, you need a man to help you in this area, not a woman. As much as a woman can give you the female perspective and the female side, she's not a dude. She doesn't know exactly what you're going through. So you're not going to get that depth of help. Now, for me, I have myself and I have my assistant coach, Lizzie. So you get both the male and female perspective. But I would say if you're serious about this and you're going to hire a dating coach, don't hire exclusively a female. Either hire both, or your first choice should be to hire a man, because only a man knows what a man goes through. So I hope this video helped. Don't let them fool you with the fancy bells and whistles. Listen to what they say. Listen to their heart. Look at their energy. Look at their relationships in the background. Be critical in your thinking, and don't be just so impressed because he said something really impressive, or he said it in an impressive way, or he had a lot of video editing, or he had a video where he was around 3 chicks, okay, that he probably paid to be there, all right? So be critical in your thinking, and if you're serious about this area, forget the bells and whistles and follow the coach that actually gives you advice that you can implement out in your real life. Make sure you watch this video next. It'll really help you out. My name is Jati Jones. Thanks for watching. Peace.